Assalamu alaikum students. I am your biology teacher. Welcome to my class biology. So students, in before classes what we will discuss? We will discuss about vaccines. Yes, we will discuss about vaccines. Now we know about several vaccines which protect us against many diseases causing microorganisms. Yes, vaccines are mainly responsible for what? It will be protect us from harmful microorganisms which causing the diseases, but vaccines were not known even 300 years ago. No one know about the vaccines about 300 years ago. Okay student, it was only after many experiments conducted by several scientists in 18th century help us to get them. So many scientists are conducted experiments to know about the vaccines in 18th century. So it helps us to get the vaccines while doing an experiment, while conducting an so my dear students, nowadays vaccines are made on large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from several diseases. Yes students, we know vaccines are prepared from whom? Vaccines are prepared from killed microorganisms or live microorganisms. Okay students, on a large scale from microorganisms to protect us from and other animals from several diseases. Okay students. So students, you have an activity: visit nearby PHC and collect information about vaccination given 0 to 15 years old children. So we have to visit our near PHC centers or as well as we can visit Anganwadis also. We can collect information about vaccination which will be given to the children for 0 to 15 years old children. Meet a doctor, health worker and ask what type of vaccines are these. We have to meet a doctor and as well as we have to ask questions about that. How many types of vaccines are there? What are the types of vaccines are there? Okay students, which disease can prevent through the vaccination? By using vaccines, which type of disease we can prevent them? When should we be taken? Please tell them. So in which when we have to take, we have to make a list out them. Okay students. So students, here rabies was discovered by Louis Pasteur. Rabies causing virus enter our body through dog bite only if the dog has some same infection. So rabies, the disease was discovered by whom? Louis Pasteur. And the rabies causing virus enter our body through whenever the dog will be bite to us through their saliva. The rabies microorganisms will be enter in our body only if the dog has same infection. Here my dear students, discovery of smallpox vaccine. So smallpox is nothing but it is a disease, and here a vaccine is there to protect themselves from whom disease? Which disease? To protect themselves from smallpox disease. Okay my dear students, just you see here baby with smallpox, how the body was affected by the smallpox, and here Dr. Edward Jenner inoculating vaccine. So students, now we can study about Edward Jenner. Who is an Edward Jenner? Edward Jenner is commonly known as father of vaccination. Okay students, father of vaccination is called as Edward Jenner. Okay students, Edward Jenner set up his medical practices in a village which saved mankind by eradicating some disease. He newly observed that the milkmaid who developed a cowpox, a serious disease, and did not develop the dead smallpox. So my dear students, the Edward Jenner has a medical practice in the village and he saved many of them from which disease? From smallpox. And what he observed means he observed the milkmaid who developed cowpox. In the cow a disease is caused, we call as cowpox. Okay, so what he will do, he will protect the many of organisms, many human beings which are suffering from smallpox, and he thought they are developing immunity which is preventing smallpox. He developed an immunity, means he developed a vaccine which is useful to make a immunity and which is useful to prevent the smallpox, a very dangerous disease wiping out millions of people in those days. I mean, because of the smallpox only millions of people are dying. Okay. In 1796, Jenner took the fluid from a cowpox pustule on a dairy milk hand and inoculated a 8-year-old boy with his parent permission. So student, what he will be do, Edward Jenner, he will take fluid, some watery like substances from a cowpox. A cowpox is nothing but a disease which is caused in a milk-mad cow who will give the milk. Okay students, on a dairyman's hand, and he will take out the fluid from a cowpox and inoculated, means administered and injecting. Inoculating is nothing but injecting an 8-year-old boy with his parent permission. He injects the fluid 8-year-old boy with her parent permission. 6 weeks later, he exposed the boys to smallpox and the boy did not develop any symptom of smallpox. After 6 weeks, what happened students? He exposed the boy to smallpox and the boy did not develop any symptom of smallpox. The boy did not develop any symptom of smallpox. The fluid collected from the cowpox pustule acted as a vaccine to prevent smallpox. So the fluid which is collected from whom? Collected from cow, commonly called as cowpox. Okay students, this cowpox is mainly act as a vaccines to prevent a smallpox. Okay students, this invention of the smallpox vaccine saved millions of people from the deadly disease. So because of this invention only, most of the millions of peoples will protected from the deadly disease called smallpox. So students, after discovery of this, number of vaccines will be discovered which is prevent us from harmful diseases, and the word vaccines come from vacca, which means cow. Vacca is nothing but cow. So my dear students, now we will see soil microorganisms, soil fertility. So students, in before classes only we will discuss about microorganisms. So what are microorganisms? Microorganisms are nothing but the organism which are microscopic, means small. We can't see with our eyes. We can see with the help of microscope only. So students, soil microorganism, and soil has some fertility. The microorganism which is present in soil we call as soil microorganism, and soil fertility means soil has some fertile, some strength, we call as soil fertility. About 78% of air around us in nitrogen gas. Yes students, it's known, it's true, 78% of our air contain nitrogen gas. Plant need it mainly for growth, but they cannot make it from the atmosphere directly. So the plant directly do not absorb the water, nitrogen. So some microorganism is useful to absorb the nitrogen. Just you see here like this, nostoc is there. It is a type of microorganism. Anabaena is there, is a type of micro. Azotobacter etc. help us to provide this essential element to the plant by absorbing them from atmosphere to form a certain compounds and then fixing them into the soil. They can be taken by the plant. So Azotobacter is nothing but it is an organism, microorganism, which is helpful to provide the which is helpful to mainly responsible for absorbing the nitrogen, to fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere and providing to the plants from soil. So student, nitrogen fixation, rhizobium bacteria present in root nodules of pea plants or leguminosae plants such as pea, grams, groundnut fix nitrogen. So rhizobium bacteria is a type of bacteria which is mainly responsible for what? To absorb, to fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere. So example is there, such plants for examples is groundnut and groundnut, pea, grams. These are this rhizobium bacteria is present in the nodules and fix the nitrogen. Now student, we are starting our activity 5th. Collect root nodules from the groundnuts, beans and pea grams, crush, put them on a glass slide, press it with a cover slip, observe it under the compound microscope. Draw, discuss about with your friends. So students, in this activity what we have to do means we have to collect the root nodules. Root nodules is nothing but, just you see here, it is an root nodules. In that root nodules only the microorganisms are present, which is mainly responsible for fix the nitrogen. Okay, after that what we have to do, we have to crush them, we have to cut them, and we have to put them on a glass slide, and we have to cover with a cover slip, and after that we have to observe under the microscope. Then we will see this type of structure. Okay students. So my dear students, rhizobium convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrites and store in roots, and plant use this stored nitrites. So rhizobium, what he will do, he will convert the atmospheric nitrogen. The nitrogen which is present in atmosphere we call as atmospheric nitrogen is convert into nitrates and store in the roots, by which plant will be use this nitrates, and plant give shelter to the rhizobium. This cooperate are one another, such as cooperation is called symbiosis. This process we call as symbiosis because both are profitable, no one is lost. Rhizobium will give atmospheric nitrogen, convert this and nitrate, and converts this into nitrates, and this nitrate will be used by the plants, in which return the plant will give shelter to the rhizobium. This type of process we call as symbiosis. Okay, so you see 7th one question. What is pasteurization? How is it useful? This is your assignment. You have to write this assignment and you have to submit in the group. Okay students.